That's fine.
Okay, leave the brake. Leave the brake. Leave the brake.
Leave the clutch. Once the bike is moving, leave the clutch. Leave it.
Yeah, leave. Yeah.
Oh.
Accelerate.
Life is full of unexpected surprises. There are many opportunities when one secretly wishes for something exciting to happen. Something out of the ordinary. The real surprise is when the wish unexpectedly comes true. I never believed that something like this could ever happen to me. Such a thing that would make me stop and look back at the events in awe. So, this is my Ladakh story. The story goes something like this. After spending 1 year in Kuwait, I was coming back to India. Inception of this bike ride occurred to me on the morning of 7th July when I saw two riders from my balcony. So the very next day, after some initial preparations and of course by watching tons of YouTube videos for guidance, I was ready to leave. But then this happened, which reminded me of this, the very first time when she cried. So with heavy heart, I embarked on this odyssey, right from the busy streets of Mumbai, all the way up to those snow-clad high mountains of Leh. The best and the worst part of a solo ride is that there is no one with you. It's just you, your bike, and your thoughts. Around 9:30 in the morning, I reached ROHTAK city, Haryana, at one of my friend's place, who works with me in Kuwait and has come down for vacations. So after some washing and cleaning, had some homely food, and then I left next morning. I reached Pathankot around 9 in the evening, stayed at a local dhaba and left next morning. At around 6 p.m., I was stopped by some police officials near Ramban Lake and was told due to some tensions ahead, the roads are closed and will open only tomorrow morning. So I stayed in a hotel opposite to the lake. the morning of the 7th day, I was surprised to see around 7 riders standing outside the same hotel where I stayed last night. They invited me to join them. Riders are brothers, it's so true. We rode together, waited for each other, and helped each other in difficulties. But then, the relation was short-lived and we had to go separate ways due to differences in our schedule. Now, here I am, riding once again all alone. Next big thing in front of me was ZOJILA bus, which runs at an elevation of approximately 11,500 feet. The roads were difficult, but the view was beautiful. After riding at ZOJILA for the very first time, I got the feeling of Ladakh trip. Holy hell was the first thing that came out of my mouth when it was night. Remember when I said something about views being beautiful? Well, I take it back. Because when you ride there at ZOJILA, when the sun has completely set, the area becomes pitch black. Due to the darkness that shrouds the road, sudden crossing of nocturnal animals, demonic shaped rods and howling of winds, it was unsafe and scary. ZOJILA was just like that Marvel character Black Widow, beautiful and dangerous at the same time. Suddenly, the headlight along with the fog light went completely off. Then it was pitch dark. I couldn't even see my fingers. It was that dark and cold. I was tired, depressed and scared. I was stranded in that situation for approximately 25 minutes. I tried to stop one car for help, but it didn't stop. After some time, I analyzed and rectified the problem and left from there as soon as possible. After riding for some time, I reached a police checkpost where I spent the night. It was a relief. After the dark night, the sun shines bright. The truth is, it's only when we have known the darkness do we realize the value of light. To climb the highest mountain, you often go through some series of hills and valleys before you can reach the summit. And for that to happen, you must keep on moving and navigating the valleys and thorns. Waves from the other riders and excited kids on the streets helped me to push forward and achieve the goal. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the entire roads of the Leh was empty, I achieved half of my goal. 10th day was the most important day of all. Today is the day when I reached KHARDUNGLA. As I moved forward, the roads turned from bad to worse. So, finally, I made it. At KHARDUNGLA top, I met two other wonderful riders. We rode together, waited for each other, and helped each other in difficulties. And we also explored many places together. We camped at HUNDER for the night. Day 11 was the most tiring day of all. I was at Changla Pass. For me, this was the most difficult pass of all. In fact, there were many slopes so steep that my 150cc motorcycle struggled a lot, but she never gave up. In case, in all this, if you're wondering where the other two riders were, well, you guessed it right. We split up due to differences in our schedule. But no worries, I met some other riders at PANGONG. If someone says heaven is imaginary, well, he has certainly not seen PANGONG. The 12th day marks the day of my return journey. So after thanking my true companion for this wonderful journey, we left together. Dreams, as we all know, are an integral part of everyone's lives. For without them, there would be no meaning in life. Our lives will then become like a lost ship on a sea, sailing aimlessly without any direction. There may come many failures while working towards our dream, but those failures should not deter us from our path. Rather, strengthen our belief and faith in ourselves that we can achieve what we want to. World indeed is a small place. At Manali, I coincidentally met the first group of riders. And we all left towards Chandigarh together, from where I sent my bike to Mumbai. After which I left for Varanasi to meet my dad at his school. and then left for Mumbai after 2 days. Luckily, I received my bike from Bandra terminus the very same day.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mumbai. The temperature outside is 31 degrees Celsius.
Tissue paper. Tissue paper.
And that's my Ladakh story. So, if you enjoyed watching the video, please do like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.